Michael saying off topic, what's your favorite Dawn of the Dead commentary? Mine is the cast commentary they did for the European cut. Okay, I'll hit on this because this is a tough one for me because there's so many good Dawn commentaries out there. I love the cast commentary for the European cut. That one's a lot of fun. Like that's probably the one if you want to have the most fun listening to a commentary. That's probably it. My personal favorite though, God damn it, that's that's a tough one because man, the Savini Christian Stavrakis commentary on the UK DVD release back in the day, like that's fun because they're just sitting there just bullshitting, smoking cigarettes, and talking about Dawn of the Dead because it was like the late '90s, so it was just the fucking Wild West back then. The original commentary on the Laserdisc, the Elite Laserdisc, with George, Christine, and Tom. That one's a lot of fun because you're hearing dogs barking in the background, and it's the early days of audio commentary, so it's just there was no real structure to it. Because like when they did that commentary again later for the Dawn of the Dead release in 2003, the Anchor Bay release, they had Perry Martin kind of moderating it to kind of keep everything on track to ask the questions and stuff like that, which is fine. Like that's a great commentary. That's the first commentary I ever heard for Dawn of the Dead, and I've listened to it 1,000 times. But the one on the original Elite Laserdisc, that one's the most fun because it's off the walls, and it's still like early to mid '90s, so it's still at a period where they didn't know a lot. Like they were kind of forgetting, who everybody was and what happened when, and they're just like, what the hell happened here? Like I don't who is that? Who the hell is that? Who the hell is Jim Fang? That type of shit. So that one's always fun. I don't know. There's so many good ones. I love the Richard Rubenstein commentary on the extended cut as just like a student of like wanting to know about the movie, like learning new things about the movie. That one's pretty goddamn good. But yeah, I think out of all of them, I'd have to go with that very first that original commentary with George, Tom, and Christine on the Elite Laserdisc. That's probably my favorite Dawn commentary out of all of them. Which is one that I didn't hear for years and years and years. It actually wasn't until maybe 3 or 4 years ago when I first heard that one. Yeah, that one's a good one too, Matt. The zombie commentary with Lee Carr, Mike Gornick, and Tom Dubinsky. Yeah, that one's on the French release here. Not too long ago. It's only been a few years since that one came out. Lots of good info on that one. Yeah, I mean, any commentary with Mike Gornick and Tom Dubinsky's, there's going to be a lot of information there because those guys probably know the most or remember the most because I know Tom Dubinsky still has a lot of the old call sheets and notes and journals and shit that he was keeping at the time. So, and they were there for everything. John says, as a nerd, the Gornick Dubinsky one, as a fan, the cast one. There you go. I think that's a pretty good. Although we'll say, like, as the Rubenstein one is just as interesting. Just hearing Rubenstein talk about the business side of getting Dawn made and the distribution aspect and stuff like that. That's where I learned a lot of that stuff the first time I was hearing that commentary on the Ultimate Edition box set.